So, Majid, next I want to talk about Simon Sinek for a second. Simon is very famous for getting you to think about your why. And I have been in a entire series through the month of January on the meaning makers, trying to explore the importance of meaning and how vital it is to our lives. And this is something that you touch on towards the end of your book, where you show that people with a strong sense of purpose experience slower brain aging. So, what's happening neurologically when meaning is present in people's lives, and why is this so important?
We don't know the exact biological mechanism for why having a sense of purpose is so important. Because we can't have a group of animals have a sense of purpose and a group that doesn't. We can put animals that exercise and don't exercise, or eat something and eat an alternative option. So the biology of a sense of purpose is not known, but we do know that people who have a sense of purpose, people who feel passionate about something, people who find that there's meaning in their life, is that they're far less likely to get Alzheimer's disease, up to 40% less likely to get Alzheimer's disease. They have a 50% reduction in the strokes, 50%. And it's not that the risk factors are the same. So when you compare people in longitudinal studies, you correct for everything else. There's a 50% reduction in strokes. People who have sense of purpose have 50% fewer strokes than people who don't. There's a 19% reduction in risk of heart attacks. People with sense of purpose live longer, have less stress, sleep better, enjoy life more. The benefits of a sense of purpose is just incredible. We don't know exactly why and which neurotransmitter systems are activated. There's some evidence that dopamine is activated when you feel that what you do today is in line with what you find meaningful. Like, I love talking about prevention of Alzheimer's disease. I do so many podcasts and I enjoy each one of them because to me, it's great that, let's say, 1,000 people who listen to your podcast decide, you know what, I'm going to change the way I look at aging. And from today, I'm going to do this 5 pillars of brain health, and I'm going to set the goal that I'm going to reach the age of 90 and be sharp and independent. I feel great that I contributed to 1,000 lives. Now, other person may have strong religious drives. They love the fact that they're spiritual and they are doing things that in line with their faith, whether it's Jewish, Christian, Muslim, or if they're Buddhist or they have their own faith. Having that faith enables them to feel good about themselves because every day they do something in line with their faith. And so it changes the whole tone of the brain. When we talk about blood flow to the brain, inflammation, we're talking about the biology of the brain. But with sense of purpose, it's like the whole brain as a whole, the entire brain's mode of operation that changes, not just nitty gritties. It gives tone and direction to the whole brain. And having a sense of purpose facilitates following the 5 pillars of brain health. People, again, as I mentioned, who have a sense of purpose in life, they usually are more active, they usually sleep better, they usually eat better, they usually stress less, they usually are more engaged. I teach a course at Johns Hopkins called Advances in Neuroplasticity and its Applications in Neurology. And I give 26 hours of lectures about all the different things that affect the brain. And I teach for 1 hour. And I go over 30, 50 studies that have shown the benefit of a sense of purpose in life. And I've written also a review article in a journal called Practical Neurology for neurologists about the importance of having a sense of purpose in life. And if you don't have it, you can gain it. In my book, I have a list of 7 questions that people can answer to find their sense of purpose. And Simon obviously talks about it too, but it's not that hard to acquire it. For example, you can answer questions like, what would you do if people didn't pay you for your job? What kind of job would you do that you would still do it and people didn't pay you? I do these things if people didn't pay me. I don't get any payment talking with you. And I'm fine. I'm enjoying it. And so, one way to find out, ask yourself, what would you do? What would you still do if people didn't pay you for it? Another thing is to ask yourself, what do you want people to say to you after you pass away in your eulogy? In your memorial service, what do you want people to say about you? Do you want to say he was a great physician, a great philanthropist, a great businessman, a great father? What do you want people to say about you? Because that really taps into your deep values as to what things are important for you. And there are other questions that once you answer the question, a picture emerges that, yes, this is my sense of purpose. And once that becomes clear, that becomes like a northern light that then you do things in line with it.